Breaking down barriers. 10 habits that block intimacy. Intimacy is the foundation of deep and meaningful connections in relationships, fostering trust, vulnerability, and emotional closeness. However, certain habits and behaviors can create barriers to intimacy, hindering the development of strong and fulfilling bonds with our partners. In this video, we'll explore 10 common habits that block intimacy and provide insights into overcoming these barriers to cultivate deeper connections in your relationships. 1. Fear of vulnerability. Fear of vulnerability can prevent us from opening up and sharing our true thoughts, feelings, and emotions with our partners. By guarding ourselves against vulnerability, we create a barrier to intimacy and prevent genuine connection from forming. 2. Lack of communication. Effective communication is essential for building intimacy and understanding in relationships. When communication breaks down or becomes superficial, it can create distance and disconnect between partners, inhibiting the development of intimacy. 3. Avoidance of conflict. Avoiding conflict may seem like a way to maintain harmony in a relationship, but it can actually hinder intimacy in the long run. By avoiding difficult conversations and sweeping issues under the rug, we fail to address underlying issues and prevent intimacy from deepening. 4. Emotional unavailability. Emotional unavailability prevents us from fully engaging with our partners on an emotional level, creating a barrier to intimacy. Whether due to past trauma or unresolved issues, emotional unavailability can prevent us from forming deep connections and experiencing true intimacy. 5. Lack of trust. Trust is essential for intimacy to flourish in a relationship. When trust is lacking, we may withhold parts of ourselves or fear being vulnerable with our partners, preventing intimacy from developing. 6. Negative self-talk. Negative self-talk can erode our self-esteem and confidence, making it difficult to connect with our partners authentically. When we engage in self-criticism and self-doubt, we create barriers to intimacy and prevent ourselves from fully opening up to our partners. 7. Insecurity. Insecurity can manifest in various forms, including jealousy, possessiveness, and neediness, all of which can create barriers to intimacy in relationships. When we are insecure, we may seek validation from our partners or fear abandonment, leading to behaviors that hinder intimacy. 8. Lack of boundaries. Lack of boundaries can lead to resentment, frustration, and disconnection in relationships, inhibiting intimacy from developing. When we fail to set and respect boundaries with our partners, we may feel taken advantage of or overwhelmed, preventing us from fully engaging in the relationship. 9. Past trauma. Past trauma can have a profound impact on our ability to form intimate connections with others. Whether due to childhood experiences or past relationships, unresolved trauma can create barriers to intimacy and prevent us from fully trusting and opening up to our partners. 10. Resistance to change. Resistance to change can prevent us from growing and evolving in our relationships, hindering intimacy in the process. When we cling to old patterns and habits, we prevent ourselves from fully connecting with our partners and experiencing the depth of intimacy that comes with growth and transformation. Conclusion. Overcoming habits that block intimacy requires self-awareness, vulnerability, and a willingness to change. By addressing fears of vulnerability, improving communication, building trust, and setting healthy boundaries, we can break down barriers to intimacy and cultivate deeper connections with our partners.